We learned about word equations, and now we are going to see how we can represent atoms by symbols. As you know, all substances are made up of tiny particles that are far too small to see. These particles are called atoms and molecules. When a substance is made up from only one type of atom, it's called an element. Atoms are the individual building blocks that make up all substances. When atoms chemically join together or bond to each other, they form molecules. Examples of elements are mercury, magnesium, iodine, and sulfur. Each element has a chemical symbol, and these symbols are the basis of chemical shorthand. For example, the symbol of hydrogen is H, the symbol of helium is He, the symbol of nitrogen is N, and so on. Notice that a chemical symbol always starts with a capital letter. If it has two letters, the second letter is always in lowercase. Around 1805, John Dalton put forward his theory about atoms. He thought of atoms as tiny solid spheres. Although our ideas about atoms have developed a lot since then, Dalton's model is still a good way to think about atoms. In this diagram, you can see a simple way to represent atoms. There's nitrogen, chlorine, oxygen, and carbon. You can represent them as a sphere, and in the sphere, you write the symbol of the atom. When the atoms bond to each other, they join together in molecules. Chemists can also show this in their shorthand. For example, this is a nitrogen molecule, which is N2, so you can see two N atoms joined together. An example of a compound is water. A compound contains more than one type of atoms bonded together. And this is how water is represented in chemical shorthand. You can see two hydrogen atoms bonded to an oxygen atom. The chemical formula of water is H2O. In fact, chemists use chemical symbols for atoms to construct chemical formula. So H2O represents a molecule with two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom.